Breaking news coming in right now. Breaking news coming in. On the top of the bulletin, Kolkata High Court comes down heavily on Mamata Banerjee's police, the West Bengal Police. Republic has accessed the order. I have with me our legal editor, executive editor, legal, Rhythm Anand Bharadwaj. Rhythm, can you hear me? Rhythm. Rhythm, can you hear me? Rhythm, this is breaking news coming in.
Yes, Aishwarya, a 15-page order from the Calcutta High Court that comes down heavily on Mamata Police. 15-page order from the Calcutta High Court also that clarifies that the entire FIR against Santu was a malicious prosecution. I want to quickly tell our viewers what's been happening today in the court, because the 15-page order that I read clearly showed us that, in fact, this is the most thumping victory for democracy in independent India. The judge has gone through great details. Let me just clarify what's happened. As we all know, through the last few days, Santu was arrested and he was put in custody, and police custody by the lower court was given. The allegations against him were that he had done criminal trespassing into the house of two ladies and he had tried to be outrage their modesty. We showed videographs that we had, photographic evidence, camera evidence, which showed that he had done nothing of this sort. After seeing everything, the one word that I saw in the hearing that the court was listening to very carefully for a few hours today was, "This is absurd, this is absurd." Several times they said, "We feel bad for the police officers because they have to deal with this kind of malicious prosecution." Today, what the court has said is, the incident of 19th Feb was recorded by the camera person, the videograph was produced before the court, and the slave was played. This clearly shows, and this is important, Aishwarya, evidently the petitioner never approached the complainant, let alone pull the nightie of the petitioner, which is what was stated in the FIR. The videography dispels any doubt regarding the falsity of allegations in the FIR statement under 164. That means two things. Number one, the FIR was false, and number two, even the statements that were recorded of the women were false. Then they've said something very important, which is going to be seen in the legal parlance to come, to be emphatic. It said, in circumstances such as what Sandesh Kali has recently garnered public attention across the country due to unfortunate incidents, the freedom of press, Aishwarya, is a crucial fourth pillar. It must be allowed to function independently without any fear of reprisal or intimidation. It is through a free press that the public is informed and empowered and the government is held accountable. A very clear thing that even the Mamata Banerjee government will need to remember, that the freedom of the press is important to empower the public, not only the press, but also the public at large, our viewers who are watching this show. During this thing, the government has to be held accountable. During the hearing, the judge told the police, suppose someone comes to you with an absurd allegation. In this case, it was this alleged allegation by two ladies saying that this reporter had come to Sandesh Kali to investigate what was happening there and had tried to outrage their modesty. The judge says, if someone comes to you with an absurd allegation, you have no power to conduct a preliminary inquiry. Will you go forward and file an FIR? And then, in a lighter moment, the judge says smilingly to the police, it was a blunder not to seize our cameras, which means it is because of our right to free press. We had our camera person recording everything, and it was shown in open court, and because of that evidence that we gave to the court, it was clear that there was no outraging of modesty and this was a false case. I would also like to tell our viewers that the entire charge and battle that was fought for Republic TV was led by senior advocate Mahesh Jethmalani. He had the most firecracker arguments in a marathon court hearing in the Calcutta High Court. He was assisted by senior advocate Santu Pan, who very quietly but very valiantly kept making points in the middle. Our two senior advocates were accompanied and assisted by Saket Shukla, partnered at Phoenix Legal, Smita Mukherjee, our Calcutta lawyers, Mr. Apalak Basu, who was also present and argued for us in the lower court, Zoeb Katlariwala, who stayed up nights to be drafting our petitions, Ravi Sharma, a top criminal lawyer in Delhi, and Sia Chaudhary in Mumbai, who was also assisting us in this case. But other than the lawyers, what I would like to point out, and the court was crystal clear in this, Aishwarya, is telling the state government that you have made a mistake. Why are you not going forward and trying to understand what's really happened in Sandesh Kali? Why are you trying to go after an innocent journalist? So even when the hearing was going on, I saw the body language of the judge today itself from the very start. It was quite clear that the judge knew that this was a malified case. Mahesh Jethmalani told the courtroom it is malified fraud. There should have been a preliminary inquiry. A journalist from a reputed channel, he said, comes to investigate the assault, and you put the same charge against him. Will he do this in public view? They said, Aishwarya. Will he ruin his career? It also said that he also said there is nothing on record to show that he outraged her modesty, and her statements did not come at first go. What was the need to arrest? The judge also said, how do you justify there was no 41A? Before any arrest is made in India, one has to be given a notice, a warning that if you don't come and join the investigation, we shall arrest you. That is called a 41A notice. In this case, that very preliminary notice that has to be given to any accused was not given. Several times over when the case was going on, we also heard that while the judge was dictating this order, we were waiting for investigation to be stayed. The judge asked very pertinent questions, and he exposed in great detail what was happening. A mockery of law was made, and this is what the court said. I want to read out what had been said. I feel sorry for the police officers. The culprits you have not been able to arrest, and you're after an innocent journalist. You are making a mockery of the law, but you want to put all your energy after this innocent journalist. State that there is no harm in implicating one journalist. The judge said, I feel sorry for the police officers. A vindication for Republic TV, Aishwarya.
Absolutely, Rhythm, but it very, very clearly shows that what kind of wrongdoing was being done on the part of West Bengal Police. Mamata Banerjee directing her police, that Republic Bangla, our sister channel, was just trying to show the reality and the way the court has heavily come down on the West Bengal Police. It clearly shows that the Republic Bangla investigation is right and it will continue. Because the Bangla team, we have more and more journalists there in Sandesh Kali, and the way they have tried to stop Santu, it is not about Santu Pan, it is about Republic and it is about the story. It is not about one individual, it is how you are trying to scuttle the speech to freedom and the right of a journalist to investigate the truth, Rhythm.
Better myself. Since the 19th of Feb, Republic has been going from court to court, listening to what's happening. And if I would actually tell our viewers, these are the kind of struggles that Republic TV has got used to. When we were speaking to Mr. Jethmalani about this, this is not the first case that Republic TV has fought for the honor and for the freedom of press. It is possibly the 5th or the 6th case in which similar incidents have happened where Republic journalists are arrested or they are hounded, and then we have to try and move the court. What is remarkable for me as someone who covers law is the beauty with which the judiciary always comes forward in all these landmark cases and tries to show and explain to the political dispensation that this kind of a mockery of the law cannot be made. There is a democracy, and it gives me goosebumps no matter how many times it happens that we get victory, but it's also a lot of honor and a lot of respect for the judges who go out and give these impartial judgments to ensure that justice is upheld in independent India. In fact, I would just like to once again tell our viewers, as a huge victory is granted to Republic Bangla, we're trying to see whether Santu Pan can be released today itself. Truth has won, Mamata has lost. It's completely clear today that we win, but I want to take our viewers through the words that were said by Justice Chandra in the court today, Aishwarya, where they said it is through a free press that the public is informed and empowered. So this is a victory that is there not only for us, but for the public. And more importantly now, other than the 15-page order, I want to try and see how soon Santu is going to be out. Letters have been written by his wife to the Registrar General, to the DGP last night when he was moved suddenly outside Sandesh Kali and moved to Calcutta to the CID office. So many incidents happening and each one a gross violation of the law in India. no method whatsoever to what was happening. Today, a resounding slap to the government and to the police for trying to misuse their powers, a malicious prosecution, and a political vendetta.